So let's get this thing out of the box and see what comes in it. What does the quality feel like? Just right out of the box. As you can see, we have what looks like a face or eye shield to shield the outside light from the shining into the VR goggles itself. That's kind of a little flimsy, I should say, but we'll see how it works on the rig. We have another shield that is not so flimsy at all. This one actually is sturdy, and it looks like it's got some kind of rubber or foam padding. That's good. So if you look at both face shields here, one is a little flimsy, I would say, flimsy rubber, very thin, very light, and the other one is a solid, more firm shield. That's interesting. Both shields, looking at it, I wonder which one is going to be the more comfortable one. Can't judge a book by its cover, we'll see. What else is in here before we take out the headset? We have the wands, the hand controllers, I like to call them. I don't really like to use these things, but I know there's some games that require you to have this stuff to be used, but I've found a way to use Microsoft Flight Simulator without it. So there's one and there is two. So there's a left and a right. So here's the right side, which letter R is on it. Interesting. Yep. So that's the right side, and this is going to be the left side. From videos I've seen, this actually is not rechargeable. The case opens up so you can get in there and put a battery in it. So we'll take a look shortly and see what kind of batteries come in this thing. So here it is. Took me a little while to figure out how to open this up, but it looks like it takes one, is that a AA battery? Perhaps a AA battery that goes in here. Yes, AA. It's a AA battery that goes in here. Took me a while to figure out how to open this thing up, but basically, if you look at it right on here, it shows you to slide this thing out from here. So you put your thumb here, you slide it out, and that's how you open the wand up. So it's not rechargeable like other headset, other hand controllers that I've seen. It is actually a battery that you have to supply yourself. No battery comes into the pack itself. What else is in the box here? The headset itself comes into the box. Let's see. All right, let's look at the DPVR E4 Black. And it's black because the regular E4 is white. This one is a black one. I have to say, visually, I'm loving the black version of the DPVR here. It is absolutely just a better color for me that I like. And wow, immediately I realized that it also comes with another padding. So there's literally 3 different paddings that things come with. That's interesting. So this is a cloth, maybe covering a foam material. This is a straight foam material, and this is rubber material. Wow, so it comes with 3 different ones. That is actually interesting, and maybe a good or a bad thing, but the fact that you have choices on it now is good. Headset construction, some kind of rubberized plastic that actually feels good in the hand, does not feel cheap at all. Some of the reviews of the older ones said they felt cheap. So far, so good. Let's take the box out here. I assume this is the box with all the cord that comes in it. Yes. And it slides out. I'm trying to do this with one hand here, guys. This is a one-handed maneuver, but yeah. So it comes with a long cord. I don't know how many meters this is or how many feet this is, but more than long enough to go from your PC over to your seat. And of course, on the end of it, which with all these PC VR headsets, you have a USB 3 port and a display port. It's pretty cool. That's a display port. And then on it is a box. We'll see how this works out. That has a port for a power supply. So 3 connections, USB 3.0, display port, and also for a power port. That's going to be built into the cord. We'll see if that affects us later on as far as how this headset is laid out and set up. But here it is. Oh, wow. Okay. That is That is light. I like that. That is a light feeling headset. That's going to be good for longevity and comfort and wearing it in VR for a while. So I'm going to give them credit on that one to show you that this is actually very light. The headset itself, here are our lenses here. We'll read off the specs of what kind of lens you're getting on this headset, but so far, so good. Does not feel cheap by any means. I like that, and I like the black. I'll ever say that. So what comes in the box is the cord, the plug, and underneath this box, I just felt it. It felt kind of heavy. Oh, look at this. We have the power supply that goes along with it. And of course, power supply comes with the different world plugs. Depending on where you live, you're gonna be using it. I live in the US, so it's got the US plug on there. And the other plugs come in a bag. That's gonna go with that. And what are these? What are those? So here's what we have in the bag. We have, looks like some lens protectors. I think maybe if you wear glasses or something like that, we'll try. You put this over the lens so your glass on your reading glasses does not touch the lens and scratch it. We got some clips for more than likely cable management. Yep, it looks like they will fit on the cable to clip this to your clothes or something. Interestingly enough, comes with a headset. So they're doing something differently and giving you a pair of headsets to go along with that, and also the different earbud size for your earbuds. Also comes with some Velcro strips. I'm not sure exactly what the Velcro strips are going to be about. We'll take a look and see if there's any instructions for that and what that does. So comes in these little plastic bags. We got the lens protector, got some clips, headset. Does this have a microphone on it? Not sure if it does or not. And the earbud sizes to resize those, and some Velcro strip comes. Well, guess what? Here's going to be the real test. We're going to have to hook this up to a computer, see if it's easy or hard to set up, and most importantly, what it looks like in VR with whatever game you're playing. We play Flight Sim here and some racing. We'll see what it looks like. So let's go get to that right now. Plug this power cord in right now. Try to do it one-handed. There it is. So that's power to it. Notice here, this is where you're gonna plug in your headphones to get sounds. Literally, I'm just gonna find a M should go in right there. Good. And then it's good like that. That's it. So now the headset is plugged in. Let's also go ahead and remove the lens protectors. The positive and the negative goes right there. That's gonna be the way it goes, and we'll. All right, guys. We have spent some time in this headset now and feel confident that I can give you guys my opinion and what I think about it and how it functions, what does not work, so forth and so on. With the unit itself, what I've learned about it, and my very interesting take on what this unit offers or doesn't offer. First of all, it is a PC VR headset, so it plugs directly into your computer. On the cord itself, it's got another plug-in device, as you could tell, DPVR. It's got a headset plug, and that is to get audio to your ears. And actually, I've used this doing some driving in ACC, and actually works very well. Now, found out that the unit does have built-in speakers in it, which is fairly loud, but I wouldn't say it's the best speakers ever. But if you take a look here at these two holes, that's where the speakers are on here. So let's see. Yeah, if you take a look at these two holes right here, that's where the sound comes from for the speakers for the headset right here. Yeah, these two holes give you stereo sound, but no bass, fairly clear and fairly loud. That comes along with the headset. As you notice right now, it has the flip up feature that I love, that if you have the headset on your head, you do not have to remove the entire thing to look. It gives you the ability to flip it up whenever you want, and then to go ahead and flip it back down. Now, I showed you guys on the unboxing that it comes with 3 different face guard, face shield, or whatever you want to call it. And we have ones that's spatted like a sponge. We have one that's more like a rubberized thing. And then we have the flimsy one here. Let me just fold it up and show you guys how it is. And that you have to attach by pushing in these tabs. There's a bunch of holes and tabs on it that you have that will get pushed into these holes. It took me about 5 minutes or less to put that in. And however, what I love about these is that these are magnetic. These just snap into place like that. It just snaps into place. You want to switch it out, snap another one into place. There we go. It's magnetic. It snaps into place. It's very comfortable. Does not come off at all. And so you have a choice of which one you want to use. But believe it or not, I spent quite a while in it doing some racing. Take the extra 5 minutes, in my opinion, to put this on. For my face, this was the most comfortable one. For some reason, this felt the most comfortable, less pressure on my head. It is a light unit, but you start to feel it if you tighten it up a little too much. And that particular one was the best one for me with the headset and the unit itself. Now, this particular headset has a fairly decent field of view. I mean, not as good as other headsets I've tried so far. It's got a high-speed liquid crystal display that's made by Sharp. The refresh rate goes up to 120 hertz. I use it at 90 hertz, and there's also a 60 hertz option. You can adjust that in the software accordingly. While the E4 continues to utilize cost-effective Fresnel lenses, the overall design and of the device itself makes it very comfortable for our PC VR headset. It's very light and very comfortable. Definitely, man. The installation of the driver to make it work literally takes 5 minutes. Plus, you also have to have Steam VR for this to work. But once you have Steam VR included, once you set up the driver, the software that goes along with this and configure it, you're good to go. I would say up and running in no more than 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the most to get everything set up on this thing. The one drawback that I see with it is that compared to higher end VR, it is not as sharp. So to give you a comparison, let's say the best high-end VR right now has a 4K view. This more is like a 1080p to have. But overall, if you're looking for a low-cost PC VR headset for racing sim and for flight simming, I can recommend the DPVR E4 Black. The only drawback I said for me is that the sharpness of the lenses is not there for me at all. It's not as sharp as a high end. However, the price of this will reflect why it's less expensive than other headsets on the market itself. It is a inside out tracking. So it's got the cameras on it for the inside out tracking. So you don't have to put any base stations in your house or anything like that. It tracks it for you. It also have a pass-through mode that you can activate, so you don't have to take the headset off, but it's much more easier to just flip it up when it's on top of your head, and then when you're done, you flip it back down and keep going. But ease of use, it's about an 8 out of 10, to be honest. Clarity of the lens, I would say maybe a 6, 7 out of 10 on that. That's going to be the only drawback with this headset, but it's a very good headset from DPVR. Shout out to DPVR for sending it to us. I'll see you guys in another review. Take care.